How many times should I eat per day to lose weight? Should I eat, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 times a day? Intermittent fasting, what is better? So already click on the like, subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about this tip number 10 for those who want to lose weight, which is to choose the number of meals that you feel good doing. There are people who sit down to eat and say, "Man, if I don't eat a lot, Leandro, I won't be satisfied. I have a break. So see which one you are." And suddenly you say, "It's better for me to eat larger amounts 4 times a day than smaller amounts 6 times a day." See what your predisposition is, choose one, choose a time to eat, and respect that time. It's cool to train. Let us put it this way, our biological clock when we have appetite problems. So I'm going to eat, for example, in my case I eat 4 times a day, like at 10, at 2, at 6, and at 10. Always like this every day, or almost every day, because no one is a robot, but let's put it here, 95% of the week is right. This is good because the biological clock has been feeling hungry at the right times and blocking at others, but it can take 2, 3, sometimes 3 weeks, a month, so be patient, right? Number 9. Let's talk about energy density, which I talked about a lot in my How to Build a Diet from Scratch course. You have, for example, an apple, which has 50 calories in 100 grams, and you have a banana, which has 100 calories in 100 grams, that is, it has twice the calories. Does that mean bananas are bad? No, that means you'll eat less bananas to get the same calories. So if you are a person who is hungry, you have to opt for low energy density foods. So for example, 100 grams of rice, we are talking about 120 calories, 100 grams of beets, 50 calories. If I'm going to eat 100 grams of melon, that's 300 calories. Then you do the math, 100 grams of melon or bread. Then bread I eat 4 slices, melon I eat 1 kilo. Which one will give you more satiety? So let us choose the one with the lowest energy density in case you are hungrier at a certain time. Number 8. And always do a caloric control. Okay, what do I suggest to you? Download an app, I don't know, Diet and Training by Growth. There are others too, but the Diet and Training by Growth has all the functions that others will only have paid for. And it's 100% free. There's nothing for you by there. So there you register everything you eat and control your calorie. So let's say, I have to eat 2,000 calories to lose weight. I had lunch, go there and compute. Afternoon snack, compute. It depends on the afternoon snack, I ate a little more. I already know that at dinner I have to eat a little less, and vice versa. I'm not that hungry right now, I'm going to save the calorie for a little bit later. Then I'm going to save 100 calories and I'm going to eat next time. So make this control. Control is very important. Number 7. Calorie deficit always hurts us, so you're going to eat less than you spend. You're attacking your existence. So pay attention to the following. When I was obese, I had to eat less than I spend to access my stock. But do you understand that my stock is limited? Even though it was big at the time. What does that mean? That for the body I'm going for debt. And it's going to try to slow down the metabolism. And what's going to help a lot with that? Do physical activity, because instead of eating less, I spend more calories, gain more muscle to spend even more, so I control my metabolism. So you have to do physical activity, and then along with physical activity, you can combine, if you don't have any problems with any component, a thermogenic. People ask a lot about thermogenics on Instagram. I open a question box every day. Send me yours there. What happens, folks? The thermogenic, it accelerates metabolism, but it's not that relevant. Now it reduces appetite and increases the mood for you to train well. And then you take it in a pre-workout, and your training spends a lot more calories. It potentiates the expenditure of training, and then it is relevant. Then you can think about using a thermogenic. Number 5. Something I always say to my consulting students, check your health. There are 3 very important hormones for weight loss to happen well: testosterone, insulin, and thyroid. Take an exam of that triple, and those 3 they have to be fine. If you have any bad ones, or you don't know how to read, book a doctor to take a look. Does it necessarily have to be an endocrine? No, it could be a general practitioner. You will already know how to interpret this enough. Or at least he should, but if you have the opportunity to be a nutrologist, to be an endocrine beauty, it really is an extra specialization. Tip number 4 that I leave is to always combine macronutrients. So, for example, if I eat only carbohydrates, I'll get hungry faster. If I mix this carbohydrate with protein, I improve its glycemic index, I lower it, and that makes me feel fuller for longer. If I add a little bit of fat together, be careful not to exaggerate that it has calories, but you are computing everything. I put a little bit of fat together, too. So you make food combinations is always fundamental. And then one thing you can combine, which is number 3, is the fibers. Fibers greatly reduce the glycemic index of food, and it makes digestion much slower. This is very good for satiety. So, do a search on psyllium, which is a fiber that has no calories. Leandro, but I saw it in the table, has carbohydrates. The fiber is a carbohydrate, but the psyllium fiber we don't digest, so it doesn't count as a calorie, and it helps a lot with satiety. Put a little bit of it after a meal for you to see. I usually like to use 10 grams after a meal, but number 2, you have to send water along, because fiber is hygroscopic, it attracts water to it. That is, when you ingest the fiber, if you don't send water, it will steal water from the feces and it will dry out. So then you will have the opposite. You will consume it fiber and you will have your intestines stuck. So you have to send water along, okay? I usually send about 300 milliliters together, 10 grams of psyllium, 300 milliliters of water after my meal, or just before it can also. Wow, it helps a lot with satiety. And number 1. No one diets if they don't have a stabilized mood. So thinking about it, ill people don't pay attention to humor. Guys, let's pay attention to the humor. For the love of God, without this, the rest doesn't work. Thanks guys, thanks for watching and until next time, big hug.